taxes, okay? Nailed it. All right, remember what we said? Here we go.
The lovely, majestic red peacock in his natural habitat. Notice as he shies away from the wild peat. Look at the sheen of Pete's coat, obtained from the drink of hops and the eating of wild weeds. This song and dance, prescribed every Tuesday and Thursday. Nature, a wonderful gift.
You son of a
Welcome,
bitch.
everybody. Welcome.
You son of a bitch. No one was expecting that. No one expects David Attenborough. Everyone thinks like, oh, is it going to be a Carl Sagan bit? Is it going to be a funny ha 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 Sean L. Peacock? Everybody knows Peacock is Carl Sagan. And I'm the first one to represent. So I showed my hand first. All right, fair enough. I leave early last time. I show up early this time. It seems apropos. It seems very, very spot on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now live on YouTube. Check us out. Check us out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but also don't say those words again. And also don't do that if you value your time and your energy. So maybe just listen to it on Spotify or Apple Pod or Twitter or Instagram. I went fishing. I put a fishing picture up on Instagram. Maybe that's more interesting. I can honestly tell you that picture is more entertaining than this entire show. So follow that. Hit a like, hit a subscribe. Don't be afraid to tell your friends, tell your parole officer, tell everyone involved in your life. No judgment. You're part of the two-sided pod now, baby.
Welcome. Hey, before we get started on our show, how was that fishing trip, bro? Tell us about that picture.
Oh my God. Bro, it was so good. So good. So good. So good. It was aggressively okay. So the thing is, on all fishing trips, legally, and we use that quote unquote, because it all depends on the boat you're on, and it all depends on if you're chartering, if you're on a trawler, if you're what you're doing. Okay. But across the board, it is illegal to smoke marijuana weeds, flower, or have marijuana weeds of any sort on a boat, because it's international. Like you go to, it's federal jurisdiction. It's no longer state jurisdiction. If you get to open water, it's not international waters, so you're not on international terms. So we're not past Catalina. Like you're still within the jurisdiction of the United States of America, and these fucking captains are salty, bro. Salty. Like, I respect fishing more than I respect the smoking the flower. So it's all, the only thing I have to say is like, all right, so you have a bunch of edibles and you have a couple of vapes and you drink a shit ton of beer, because I won't even bring I will bring a flask. A flask. I'm not going to bring, that's my thing. I respect the boat. If I can have it on me, like, pardon me, man. Hey, man, look at my hands. Look at my hands. I'm not bringing shit on. This is what I carry. It's like, fucking bring my 45. I bring my wallet. There's a chain. I bring my fucking flask. Bro, look at me. Look at my nautical star tattoos. Come on, bro.
It's a thing that's on my person. It's on my person.
It is my personage, right? So, but I respect the whole thing. I respect the process, right? I don't bring other beers, because you buy beers there, they have a galley, like, and it's only, so you stay a little bit sober, right? Big deal.
Yeah.
Right? But you're fucking slaying fish, man. just drinking beers and like, I'm not getting drunk, but I'm doing something. I'm peeing a lot. It's super good. It's what beer drinkers drink when they're not drinking beers. Alcoholics. Here's the one step down. I promise you, just don't drink liquor. Have all the beer. But your bill is like $60, $70.
Yeah.
And you had a breakfast burrito and a burger. Like, dude, this is fucking walk in a park. It's a night at the bar. And I didn't get a burger or a burrito. Hello. Yeah. So super good. Slay some fish. Like, it's super good. We're gonna go back at least 2 more times. We're gonna go up to Oxnard in the next weeks. And then at the end of July, we're gonna get out of San Pedro doing the 22nd landing. So yeah. Anyway, fucking amazing, John.
That's
highly
right on.
recommend. Highly recommend. If you have them in these, like, highly recommend it. Even if you don't like fishing, it's good for the soul. It's worth it. It's worth the time to go and like, I can sit quietly alone and just drink beer. Like, you drink from my flask. You make friends and other people doing whatever they're gonna do. But like, you can, it's great. It's like camp with like-minded stupid people. It's great.
May the open sea always replenish us, and the salt air soothe our weary souls.
Yeah, may the hair on your toes never stop growing. And may the monsters of the deep quit nipping at your toes when they yar.
I think we should just get right into it, yay?
No, I'm actively ready for a show because I can't keep riffing anymore. I have a lot of things to riff about in the show to make your ha-ha, my hee-hee. So let's get on with it.
Well, howdy.
Well, I knew I brought a hammer to this fucking thing. It's a little hammer, but it does damage. I've seen the subway videos in New York, John. And if you keep playing didgeridoo, come to New York. I'll find you subway wise, and I'll use this. So help me.
I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm my boy Pete in Southern California, making a great John L. Peacock voice.
And you're listening to Two Sided, where every episode I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the fun and the serious.
And the right and the wrong, John. You do not get this correct. You're funny, you're serious, the right, the wrong. It's all me, yes, and you, no. John, the sooner you get this whole equation, the better a show will be. John, I can't wait to see what you have in store for us.
Speaking of what's in store, if you don't know, now you know. We do shots throughout the show. If you'd like to do them with us, especially if you're listening live on the YouTube and or stereo, please join us. We're gonna do one right now. But as we're getting ready, hey, my boy Pete, how are you feeling? Give us an answer in 3 words.
Yeah. 3 words. How am I feeling? Not sponsored enough.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, so we don't say what we're drinking. We say just the random things we're drinking because until they pay us, John, because we've had contact with at least one of our beverage companies. Anyway, cheers to that.
Cheers. Cheers to everyone listening. Thanks. I'm having myself a nice fine bourbon. What are you having, my boy Pete?
I believe in the rums. I believe if you don't have a peg leg, is that vodka? What the fuck is that?
That's water.
Oh, okay. You're a better man than I can't put that in my body. If it doesn't have flavor or alcohol, I have nothing to do with it, John.
Well, speaking of flavor and alcohol, let's get into our first lightning round.
Time to get down. Everybody knows it's lightning town. I've actively asked him not to be here because I'm not sure how to do this in a live video. And he said, we're the same person and don't be afraid of the truth. And I was like, that's not, it could be something there. And I was like, I don't know. So we're going to move on. Thanks, lightning guy.
Well, anybody who's anybody knows that our first lightning. Are you ready for the questions?
I am ready for the questions. Now that you're moving again, once you were hung up, I felt like I was alone in the universe. Like it was, I was starting a farm on Mars, like Matt Damon. But no, I'm ready. Easy Q&A. Ready, John? Give it to me.
Anybody who's anybody also knows that my internet is unstable. So sometimes our YouTube live feed has a little bit of a glitch. That's my fault. But remember, Pete, we're also on stereo, which has nothing to do with that, and we're not glitching there. So you don't need to point it out every single time.
No, I do. You're right. No, I was gonna say I'm goddamn professional. You're right. I don't need to point it out. I just need to get my hammer ready. So the next time it happens, I'm gonna be quiet about it. I'm gonna get this little Betty out. Be ready to rock. Let's go.
My boy Pete, your first question is, what is the best form for you to show your intelligence? What is the best form for you to show your intelligence? And I have examples if you want, but
no, I want all the examples because right now I feel like all that is the most loaded question you could ever ask ever. If you give me A, B, C, or D, I can pick a letter. But if you make me pontificate, like, dude, no.
Great.
Intelligence
so
is me saying this. No.
So standardized test, essay, TED Talk, art, alternative testing, scenario, etc. So standardized tests, essays, so written, talking out loud.
Okay, so
art.
John, because this is like a dumbed down version of lightning round. Everybody, you can put your pens and pencils down because you don't need to take notes on this one. It's going to be very easy to follow because I'm having a hard time. But so John, the list you just read, what we're going to do, you're going to say it off. And I'm going to say yes or no. And the yeses,
okay.
I'm going to write down, and then we're going to figure out from the yeses. Ready? So let's read your list of your examples.
Standardized test.
Read the question again, please.
Okay. What is the best form for you to show your intelligence?
Could you use that? Is it country of origin? Sorry. Yeah. No, okay. What is the best form to use the intelligence? What is the best
for you to show your intelligence? Yeah.
Right. Fair enough. Let's go.
First standardized question. Test.
No. That's all. No.
TED Talk.
Okay. Okay. Maybe. Depends on what it is. Maybe.
Art.
What do you mean about art? What is art? What is art?
That is left open. So it could be fine art or it could be performance art.
Okay, so maybe art, because the things we do to please the masses leaves them wanting for less beer, and then we rule collectively. So, continue.
Alternative forms of testing.
What does that mean? Is that how fucking Wolverine was created? Like, are you talking about adamantium? John, are you talking about adamantium?
So let's say the SAT, ACT style is the standardized test. it's the tests that don't fall into that category. It's the school curriculum tests that don't fall into that category. So, like an example, the PE, physical ed, you do physical ed stuff, so it's not that. So it's an alternative form. But like, broad spectrum. Broad spectrum. There we go. Ooh.
Thing is, John, there is no hammer if you use your mind. Are you talking about that shit? Are we talking about the Matrix? Neo?
That would have, if you bring the Matrix into it, that would have been an alternative form of testing. Sure. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna go with no.
So not the ABCD, not ABCD, but still a test in some.
No.
Okay, great.
But the thing is, John, the thing is, it's easy. 1, 2, 3. Do, re, mi, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me. Okay, sorry. You said it.
And the final one before I say etc. is scenarios. So there's a scenario given, like 2 trains leave a station kind of thing, right? And you are showing whatever
Problem
skills
solving,
are needed. Problem solving, yes. Like escape room style, right?
Okay. I don't want to. I need to confer with my attorney very quickly, because are we talking about, is it used in a good way or a bad way? Like 2 trains leave stations. Only one of them has the key. The other one is in your chest cavity. Is this like Saw? This is nothing like Saw. This is like Rick and Morty when they ripped off Saw.
Right. It's not games that you're playing. It's scenarios that you're acting out. Completely different.
No. I'm good. I'm super good at that. I'm probably the best at that. But to make me say that makes me feel like an asshole. So let's just say I'm the best at TED Talks and at all art. And scenarios. Okay.
Oh wait, you were like, I'm not going to do that because it makes me look like a jerk. You know what? I'm also good at that.
Right. But the thing is, John, you didn't understand. That was a scenario, and I understood the scenario. You were about to open the floor and like, but no, but I'm good at this too because there's a scenario and I'm good at scenarios. You just made your way into level 2. Thank you, John O. Peacock. I am good at scenarios. And don't know how to spell it. Gonna write it down. Scenario.
So you said of those, TED Talk was the one you're best at, yes?
Oh, dude, yes. Come on, man.
Okay, great. This leads into the next question. So looking at this, is this the best way to test someone's intelligence? And should there be a new standardized testing method based off of this?
No, that is not the best way to test someone's intelligence. No, 100% no. No, because it basically TED Talks are it's debate on steroids. I didn't do debate. I didn't know what debate was because I was doing football and sports and bullshit. I was like, oh, and then I learned acting when I couldn't play. We're not going to get into that of why my senior year, no big deal.
Right, yeah, moving on.
Go to college, like, oh, this is pretty fucking cool. I love singing, I love fucking dancing. This is great. I'm good at this. Okay, so the difference of if you have a specific skill of something, to do a TED Talk of something, it doesn't mean you should be based on a specific subject. I think there should be, if you're doing it shouldn't be standardized testing for it, because now you're making teachers teach to standardized tests, which is bullshit.
Right, as we both know, as children of teachers. Yep.
Which is bullshit, because now you rely on literally the older brothers and sisters and the parents to teach them how to get through real life scenarios with how to long division and like what capitals of the states are. Like, yeah, you'll definitely know that, but you'll definitely forget that. You don't need that. You need to have life skills of things and the math skills and English skills and like how to communicate. So TED Talk, all that is I've learned English. I can talk my way through something. I can give a speech and make it entertaining for someone. And I have 5 good points that are hot topics or are good things people should learn. Like, maybe they don't know, maybe they don't. But it's basically verbalizing a research paper without doing, you've done the research in your mind. You're not writing it down. You did the keyboard. You did this 3 weeks. I mean, you've done all the time, right? And you write it all down. You're going to tell them what you're going to tell them.
Yep.
You're going to tell them. And you're going to tell them what you told them. And in those 3 steps, those 3 processes, you're going to make it funny. You're going to make it informative. You're going to make it relatable. And if you can do those things, like, wow, you just did a term paper. You just did an English, 201. You did a, wow, okay, you can bullshit your way through an email at work.
Right.
Fair enough. But that is not a judgment of intelligence. Hey, we had 450 people here who really liked your talk, but there was 25 who didn't. How many people were here? Oh, there was at least 7,000-8,000. It was really a lot of people. I only heard the cheers. Like, you are not what we're looking for.
Right. Yeah. It's TED Talk is like a glorified, or not glorified, but expanded PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, bro. But use the PowerPoints. There's good things and bad things. But if you can get to someone, it's the same thing as looking at what is that fucking, shouldn't say those F words anymore. I brought my hammer. Don't say the F word. Every time you do, you hit yourself in the knee. Learn a lesson. Fair enough.
No. Bad.
Right? And everybody learns. Where you don't have to, like, it's like TED Talks, but it's like here's how to learn magic. Here's how to learn cooking. Here's how to learn DJing. Here's how to learn the
Like the YouTube videos?
No, it's not a YouTube. It's a class you sign up for.
Masterclass?
Masterclass. There you go.
Yeah, masterclass. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You probably heard about it on YouTube videos, John. But it's the same things. Like, you can learn this much, but until you really do it, you don't know it. You don't live it. You don't. It's not a thing. So
Right.
So you can go and talk about it. You can, like, oh, I can do it. Back. You learn these facts. You learn how to present yourself, like debate, how to make people feel comfortable with your body language or uncomfortable with your body language. Do I dare? Do I dare? but no. What would you say? Oh no, this is lightning round.
Yeah. I'm just surprised. Let's move forward, but I'm just surprised that you actually didn't hone in on the scenario situation, because everything you're talking about right now is that you learn and also can express yourself and your real life skills through real life scenarios.
Yeah. Okay. Cross out Ted. Cross out the circle scenarios misspelled. John, I think scenario, because I did a whole scenario right there with the hammer and everything. So let's go. Ready to
Don't worry, buddy. You'll get a second chance. Let's move on. Tell us your biggest moment during the taking of a test. Your biggest moment during the taking of a test. Any test. Just something that comes to mind. Lightning round. Go.
you went to school too much and cared too much. My biggest moment was when I got out of any and all of the tests. SATs, PSATs, the MCATs, like anything, like I don't care. I just want to get out. I just want to get out. I don't care.
Perfect. Final question. How do you understand dyslexia?
Here's the deal. I feel like the question you should be asking, how does dyslexia understand me? Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Let's move on to our first segment of the episode. Weirdly enough,
please go ahead.
Dyslexia.
Weirdly enough, dyslexia. Wow, that's going to be great. Because John airs all of his dirty laundry like, hey, Pete, I want you to understand where I'm coming from and how I feel about things. Like, just because you have it worse than I do, and like that's serious, but now we have a show to air our dirty laundry. That's cool. Cool. Is your worse than mine? Anyway, let's do a shot, John.
Right on.
Worse. You're attractive. I'm not good looking. You're interesting. People don't like what I have to say. I know, John.
No. You are good enough. You are smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like you.
God damn, people do like me, John. You know what? We're gonna get a boat. We're gonna get a bunch of booze, right? We're gonna get all our friends. We're gonna get a boat. We're gonna go out. Fuck yeah.
For those who are listening live right now, click on that link above. That's our YouTube channel, which we are live. And for those who are listening on one of the podcast channels, hey, go to our YouTube channel, Two Sided Podcast, and check out what we do. You can see our lovely mugs.
No, that's the thing. John, I need a big fucking sign. Like, you're live on camera. This will be seen. Like, I can get away. I thought
that was a subtle way of telling you.
Oh no, 100%. John, you did the Lord's work. Like, you're on a mission from God, and I'm alone in the desert with a hammer. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, John? If you like what you've seen, if you can't believe that this is still going on, folks, all the pre-gaming was explained, all the deciphering codes. You can figure out. You need to drink more Ovaltine. You'll get it.
It's the only ads we actually have right now is deciphering codes.
Shit, John. Okay. All right. I'm gonna sober up and drink a little cocktail. Do your serious thing. What is the next? Let's talk about dyslexia.
So we're going to look at different authorities' definitions and initial introductions of dyslexia to start things out. Because when I went into it, I did not expect this to be kind of the general consensus of how they would present dyslexia in their own words. So we're looking at the Dyslexia Foundation's online quoting.
John, I'm going to ask you, did it take you a long time to decipher it? Was it all backwards? And this, like, is that why you didn't expect to?
Funny enough, that's maybe why we're starting with these quotes. Ready?
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm ready. Oh, because it was funny. Now we're getting serious. Oh, no. Oh, God damn it. John, and 3, 2, 1, edit that joke out, and we're not funny anymore. John, tell me what they said in their quotes about the Dyslexia Foundation.
So the Dyslexia Foundation, their homepage and initial quote actually is a quote from something else. I'll let you know that at the end. Dyslexia is a brain-based type of learning disability that specifically impairs a person's ability to read. These individuals typically read at levels significantly lower than expected despite having normal intelligence. Although the disorder varies from person to person, common characteristics among people with dyslexia are difficulty with phonological processing, also known as the manipulation of sounds.
So let's take a breath.
Yep.
Because let's you've done really good from here, thus far. But if we're talking about, funny enough, this is how they did it. And if you are reading too fast and already juxtaposing words and using your power against us, and it is not on their page, it makes what they say later on specifically less powerful. So if it is happening, but I'm saying be very aware, because you said specifically, and I felt like that was a mistake because you didn't do the jump. And
Yeah.
big step.
Okay, I'll read that moment again, and you're right. I'll show you what it is.
I adore you.
So, common characteristics among people with dyslexia are difficulty with phonological processing, parentheses, the manipulation of sounds, and parentheses, spelling, and or rapid visual verbal responding. So it was the parentheses that I was saying more specifically. Yep, you're right.
No, 100%. I'm with you. But that is, bro, like, here's my take on that. That's such a broad basis. Like, hey, man, you don't listen well. You don't talk well. You don't hear well. You don't understand well. All this shit. Like, fast forward 10 years, like, oh, now you have ADHD. Yeah, you don't do any of them shits well. But this is, I'm with you. I'm with you because I do too. Like, we talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
Different things.
Right. And listen, Pete, these are 3 quotes from 3 different websites that are known as authorities on dyslexia.
Okay.
They're all rather long. So,
I can't wait. Are they all written correctly? Or are we going to? That seems very cutting. That seems very cutting, John. Let me, please, tell me again. You have 3 quotes from what?
Authorities on dyslexia.
3 quotes from authorities on dyslexia. Well, I'm going to listen with open ears, open arms, and we all learn here. That's the thing. We all judge at the end of the day, but we all learn. So if you like what you're hearing, you can't believe what you're understanding, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that alert button. We're on YouTube Live right now. We're on, if you're listening on stereo, like, God bless your soul. But hit that link above, see your faces. Do us the justice. I didn't turn my blur on. I didn't clean the kitchen. I wanted you guys to see what happens around here. John, let's talk about it.
And individuals with adult onset of dyslexia, it usually occurs as a result of brain injury or in the context of dementia. This contrasts with individuals with dyslexia who simply were never identified as children or adolescents. Dyslexia can be inherent in some families, and recent studies have identified a number of genes that may predispose an individual to developing dyslexia. So that is the initial quote from the Dyslexia Foundation, but they are quoting an authority bigger than that. It's NIH.
Okay.
Why
NIH? No, NIH. Who is NIH?
I have to scroll down. I knew this was happening. I actually had a dream about it.
No.
Sorry.
No, here's the deal, because I can fill in the gaps. NIH, because this is just the same thing that we were talking about earlier, like, but we're quoting someone else, but we're doing this, like, but why? You are now, if you are what you are, stand on your own 2 legs. Be your own quotable person. Be your own authority. Be your own comedy. Be the people that be the people that other people want to quote. You know what I mean? Don't, like, let's not be another dyslexia foundation, John. Two-sided is dyslexic, but we're not taking the business route of Dyslexia Foundation. No, sir, we are not. We have hammers. And they said if I had a hammer, that's all I listened to because I had ADHD and I listened to another song. So I just got the hammer and moved on.
Oh, I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. But it's the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, NIH.
Yeah, but those are, all right, fair enough. So they're talking about people who had brain injuries. They haven't talked about specific brain from inception.
The Mayo Clinic.
Oh, you know, I prefer Miracle Whip, but go on.
Dyslexia is a learning disorder that involves difficulty reading due to problems identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate to letters and words. Parentheses, decoding, and parentheses. Also called reading disability, dyslexia affects areas of the brain that process language.
Right, no, but it does affect, it slows the process of development of the brain. It doesn't affect the brain. The way they say that is it makes it sound like you have a disease, like you're going to continue to have a deterioration of something, which is bullshit. Which is bullshit because again, no, you don't. You have a slow time learning something. You don't like it doesn't click for you, right? The first time I tried to learn to pirouette, John,
yeah,
mess.
Yeah,
I was like, I could barely do second position. Like I was like, what? Fast forward, my boy Pete, a year and a half later, right?
Yeah.
I conquered that. It was not a mental thing. It was something you had to grow through. Same with dyslexia. I learned in my dyslexia, and then I fucking, when I have to handwrite things or type things, the ends of the words go to the beginnings of the next words. Not sentences. I don't invert things. I just separate words differently. So it was an issue in like high school, college. Well, no, high school. We had to turn in like handwritten shit before.
Right.
Start doing all written papers. And then you just program your computer to like, anytime this happens, like, nope, just fix it. So it takes like a month with a new computer. Like, no, I don't have dyslexia anymore. I have a Mac. Thanks, Steve Jobs. And I have a turtleneck.
The second paragraph of Mayo Clinic, people with dyslexia have normal intelligence and usually have normal vision. Most children with dyslexia can succeed in school with tutoring or a specialized education program. Emotional support also plays an important role.
Who the fuck is saying that? What the fuck? Who said that?
This is Mayo Clinic stuff.
Okay, Mayo Clinic's like, no. They can see okay. They have feelings. They're not scared by the light. Also, if you feed them, make sure you keep your hand open and your palm free. They like apples and sugar cubes. Like, what the fuck?
I couldn't use much more of the Mayo Clinic's page on it because it's so clinical. It was all about diagnosis, prognosis, and intervention or treatment. So the last paragraph, and let's get past the Mayo Clinic. Though there's no cure for dyslexia, early assessment and intervention results in the best outcome. Sometimes dyslexia goes undiagnosed for years and isn't recognized until adulthood, but it's never too late to seek help. End quote. Done with Mayo Clinic. Last one is the Yale Center for Dyslexia and Creativity.
John, okay, before you go on to that, can you please write this down? Because I wrote it down, but I can't read that. It's all chicken scratch, bro. It's all chicken scratch. This is beautiful. Like if we do on our thing, there's the Mayo Clinic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out, John. Don't write this down. Like, hear me out first, and then write it down your own goddamn words. Dyslexic, fucking dyslexic ginger words, however you need to.
Thanks, bro.
Mayo Clinic, right? the Mayo Clinic throws it out like, no, see, it cannot be cured. There's another thing. Blah, 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 blah. But what we're going to do, we're going to take specific quotes like you did, where I'm going to be coherent enough to write them down and read them aloud and then retort them in a specific Miracle Whip Clinic way. So we're going to do the Miracle Whip retort regurgitation of the Mayo Clinics. And John, I didn't know they had things about dyslexia. We're going to start there. I'm going to work my way up from the bottom, like from the mail room in the Mayo Clinic, the Mayo, John. But we're going to do the Miracle Whip Clinic. According to the Mayo Clinic, dyslexics will never learn anymore. Well, shit, man, according to the Miracle Whip Clinic, dyslexics going to whoop your ass the goddamn fucking fight on Friday night. Woo! I'll see you in the mailroom, Jimmy. Cheers. See what I mean? You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Right?
You see it, bro. You see it.
Giddy up. Giddy fucking up, John. Giddy fucking up. I'm going to get eyes. I deserve eyes.
So the Yale Center for Dyslexia and Creativity. Reading is complex. It requires our brains to connect letters to sounds, put those sounds in the right order, and pull the words together into sentences and paragraphs we can read and comprehend. People with dyslexia have trouble matching the letters they see on the page with the sounds those letters and combinations of letters make. When they have trouble with that step, all of the steps are harder. Dyslexic children and adults struggle to read fluently, spell words correctly, and learn a second language, among other challenges, but these difficulties have no connection to their overall intelligence.
Totally true. 99%, 70% of what you said is true. John, however, I'm a little dyslexic, which we call in today's terms ADHD. And I got a text on my phone and I looked at it. I was like, I don't know what you said, but I had a funny joke. I made a line. What do you do? Hey man, in the Miracle Whip Clinic, we call that shit happens, baby.
So dyslexia affects 20% of the population and represents 80 to 90% of all those with learning disabilities. It's the most common of all neurocognitive disorders.
Yeah, no, but okay, I don't know how to say this, John, like without being the like victim blamer. Because I have, if you're gonna say that, like I have dyslexia too. I mean, like I had a trick knee too. If I can get over it, tape it up, play on, baby. Like I came from the schools, like I get it. You don't learn well. Where you better be fucking funny and good at sports and pass every class so you can play the fucking game. And then you did, and you realized like, oh no, I have ADHD and I got Ritalin. And like you go to college, like, I should have had Ritalin before. This is great. All my friends need to have more ADHD and learning disabilities. Anyway, we had whole conglomerate, it got busted. We stopped having learning disabilities around 1997.
So to accompany this segment, we're going to have a link or to websites with studies, understandings, and support networks for those with dyslexia and for friends, family, and allies on our Twitter. So if you want more information and resources, we'll have them there.
And on our Instagram, because you have
and on our Instagram.
Thoughts, because I don't look at our Twitter because it's too busy for me because I have dyslexia and ADHD. John. Actively both. I was prescribed by 2 doctors with drugs for both of them. And I sold both of those doctors to slavery, is what I did.
So just, jeez.
Passenger, you almost had it. You almost fucking took it through. You didn't see that one coming, did you? Woo! My movie strikes again. Ow!
So something that fascinated me about the research of this segment is, you said it really quickly. It's something that I hear whenever dyslexia comes up. Like, oh yeah, the reversing of words. That's the whole thing. That's the only thing dyslexia is about. Sometimes it's about the reversing of math and and that's another form of dyslexia. And I quickly learned that basically none of that's like definitively true. None of it.
None of it.
It's just the easiest thing for people to latch onto.
It's because, John, just made another segment right here because this people, as humanity, as a society, we need to quantify, clarify, categorize. We need to understand in some way, shape, or form. If you don't understand it, it doesn't make sense to you. So you have to put it in a box. So if you don't have a box for it, you create a box. So, oh shit, you're dyslexic. All right, so your words are all fucked up. All right, boom, there you go. Oh, you have Asperger's. All right, you have weird social skills and move your hands. You don't like to touch things. All right, there's specific things that, and it's easier to put in a box, but it's so broad. It's so broad, and it's like, do we have time for this? No, because I don't have time for it, bro. I don't have time for it. I'll be honest. I'm not trying to get on a fucking pulpit. I didn't bring my own fucking wood. I'm gonna fucking crucify up here, baby.
Right, and this segment's not about that whatsoever. It's just some information.
What I'm saying, right? I understand it, so it makes me more aware of like, I can make fun of you quietly in the privacy of my own home, where I don't understand numbers and I write words backwards. If you're having a hard time and like there are people oppressing you, like, yeah, I'll get on a picket line, I'll vote. But until then, like, if it's just people misunderstanding people, yeah, I still think gingers have no souls. And I sleep well at night. And I do a show with this guy. So it doesn't matter. It's like, the thing is, it's like, take a deep breath, take a shot, take a bowl, like, do what you do. Understand there's more. Don't close it off. Be aware there's more. But pick your fights, pick your battles. You know what I mean? Like, if it needs to be fought, fucking fight it. For sure, fight it. But if it doesn't, like, don't be the fucking die on the hill guy. It's like, they said the instead of a. Like, John, that's not a knife. This is a knife. That's the. Like, that's the hill you want to die on? You dyslexic, ginger, soulless motherfucker. I'm sorry, that was on me. That was on me.
So we're going to get into types of dyslexia. There are 4 messages. We just need to.
Are we actively not done with this? I thought we were done. I thought it was something because I went farther.
No,
okay.
Not at all. Yeah, no, we got stuff to do. Come on, we're gonna go through these messages pretty quick. So don't get okay.
Super quiet. Jesus Christ.
John L. Peacock. The reason of restrictions and registration. The bringer of reason. Suppressed emotions. The manic magister of mischief.
Yes.
And the deluge provider of extravagant excrement. Verbally, of course. Pleasure to hear from you both, and I love you, need you, and desire you inside, around, and near me.
I would be inside. I
prefer to be inside, not near, around, or by. Because we are the only clinic with that tangy zip.
Right?
Right?
Giddy up.
The only debate John knew was the one about math.
I'm the true side.
It's okay if you have dyslexia or ADDC
No,
or ACDC
we call
or ABCD. But just remember, if you ever need help, just stand in the middle of a crowded shopping center and call out, "Have you seen my baseball?" And someone will help you. I guarantee.
that's a little too specific, but I was gonna, if you have ADHD, ADMD, but I was like, mate, fucking shit, you're from fucking Australia. It's called Akadaka. As you know, fucking Danda. Danda. Akadaka, mate. Fucking, come on, get your shit on, Paul. You fucking like spy.
Definitely pick your fights and pick your battles, because, mate, if you're fighting a retarded kid, it's hilarious. But if you get two retarded kids to fight, even better. You can YouTube that shit.
Oh.
It's kind of like not PC, is it?
Oh. Oh, this motherfucker here. No, we don't do that. We get two dyslexic kids to fight, and they're not sure what the scoreboard means. They keep fighting, so they don't. Anyway, John, I don't know how dyslexia numbers work, but
So, what are the types of dyslexia? Experts have created categories to group several common types of dyslexia. The first and most common, phonological dyslexia. This is the type of dyslexia that is most commonly thought of when someone mentions the word. It deals with difficulties in matching sounds to symbols and breaking down the sounds of language. Individuals with phonological dyslexia struggle to decode or sound out words. It's believed that phonological dyslexia is the most common type. And there's symptoms, but I don't really want to go through those too much. So
no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because I lost you halfway through a phonological. Like, you mean those are the guys who don't answer the phone? Like, who's gonna get that? But it's no,
still ringing.
Sounds like Hooked on Phonics didn't work for you.
Right, matching the sounds to the symbols and breaking down the coding of this letter and these letters and this turns into this word, turns into this sentence, and I can say it all at once. Right.
Well, yeah, 100%. It was amazing. I saw this nonprofit that was funded by Nicolas Cage, and he was like, "Hey, I found a map on the Declaration of Independence, and I will teach you to decipher weird letters." Come on, you gotta come over here. I'm Nicolas Cage.
Next is rapid naming dyslexia. People who struggle with the ability to rapidly name colors, numbers, and letters when presented with
4, purple, yellow, blue.
Rapid naming dyslexia.
18.
Yeah. So they can say the names of colors, numbers, and letters, but it often takes them much longer to come up with the correct word when looking at them, when presented with them visually.
Violet. No, wait. Purple. Wait. Chartreuse. Wait a minute. Yep, I'm correct. It's bruised orange. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. I have dyslexia.
Double deficit dyslexia is the type of dyslexia, a combination of rapid naming and phonological, and it's not uncommon. However, it is largely regarded as the most severe type of dyslexia.
Super bad. You can't get the names. Wait, John. Timeout. Bing, bing, bing. I can't do it. I don't have a whistle drawn through a flag. Let's have a timeout. So, okay. Phonological. That means like you don't do the words right. That you make the words bad in your mouth. Is that what that means, John?
Right. Yeah. The decoding of the words on the page to the sound.
It's all jumby jumbles, right?
Yeah.
And what's the other one? Jumping Jumbles is the first one, and the second one is
rapid naming.
So it's like, Rebelus. Okay, gotcha. Okay, John, read that one again. John, here at the Dyslexic Foundation of we're trying to get a report on what we're doing here, and we'd like to hear exactly what is happening amongst our peers and people and properties.
Well, along with phonological dyslexia and rapid naming dyslexia, there's this double deficit dyslexia, which is a combination of both rapid naming and phonological.
Double deficit. So you can't.
So it's with words and symbols, and like you see an orange, and you want to say orange, but you can't quite get it as quickly as others.
Badger.
Yellow.
Badger. Why the fuck is he not understanding me? Badger? Yeah, I said lemon. Anyway, that's a good word. We'll figure that one out in post. Anyway, what's the next one, John? Move on.
It is surface dyslexia. An individual who can sound out new words with ease, but fails to recognize familiar words by sight may have surface dyslexia. In this case, experts believe that the brain fails to recognize what a word looks like in order to process the word quickly.
That's honestly, that is a normal thing, and I understand that 100%. And I can explain it to you, and I can show it to you, John. I see by the beads on your neck that you're hanging low, that you understand there's different cultures, different understandings, there's different reasons out there. So sometimes you need to meditate in life, right? So what I need you to do, repeat after me. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Tagu.
Siam.
Let's go ahead and put all those together. John, as your dyslexic self, doesn't understand the words you're saying collectively in their own phonetic parts. Let's say that faster. Owa. Tagu. Siam. Owa. Tagu. Siam. Owa. Tagu. Siam. Owa. Tagu. Siam.
Hey!
Look at you dyslexic motherfucker who can't understand phonetics and doesn't understand the meanings of the things that they're put together in little parts. See, folks, we all learn here. We all learn.
He got me, Ma. He really got me.
Didn't see it come. And that's what the hammer knows.
And finally, visual dyslexia. When a child struggles to remember what they saw on a page, they might have visual dyslexia. But this affects visual processing and affects the ability to learn how to spell or form letters, because both require the brain to remember the correct letter sequence or shape.
Hey, good Johnny. So that is just about what the kids see on the page, right? It's not what the kids see in the neighborhood. I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for my friend. Is that correct? So kids see things, no big deal. But on the page, like, oh, I can't write shit I don't remember. Is that something you want to know about or not know about, Johnny?
I'd rather not know about it. Let's just put it on the page.
Fair enough. All right, fair enough. Here's the deal. So, little Stanley two toes over there, He's gonna be with us. He didn't know nothing, didn't see nothing. He might have dyslexia, but hey, I like him. He doesn't know nothing about nothing. See how that works out. Johnny Two Thumbs, you got him, right? You don't.
So there are categories of dyslexia. Basically
going.
two. Basically two. The first one is split up into two.
The best and the worst. John,
yeah.
I want to be in the best. So if you can give this understanding, this talk about, hey Pete, your dyslexia is the best, and all the rest is the worst. Like, hey, little Tommy, two toes over there. He doesn't know nothing about nothing. He keeps going. John, know your audience, John. John, know your audience.
Yeah.
What are the two types, John?
All right.
Where do I reside?
The first is developmental dyslexia, which is present at birth, but this is split into two forms. Primary dyslexia. If the dyslexia results from a genetically inherited condition, it is considered primary dyslexia.
Hey, you talking about my mom's? What the fuck are you saying? Hey, Johnny Two Thumbs, you talk that shit around here like primary, like, hey, whoa, we secondary around here. Maybe it's the fucking mailman. Nobody knows nothing about nothing. You keep on walking. Or,
interestingly enough, primary dyslexia seems to have a familial connection with an even more prevalence among males, especially left-handed ones.
Hey! Whoa! Righty-tighty. Lefty fucking ginger Lucy. That's what I knew about you the day I met you. I said, look at this guy. High five. He pulled up his left hand. I was like, we got to watch him, Ma. We got to watch him all the way to the fucking grave.
And secondary dyslexia, which is the result of problems with brain development during the early stages of pregnancy. Both primary and secondary dyslexia are developmental because of the disability being present at birth. So that's the first one.
So the two furs are both present at birth? Like, come on, man. I'm like, all right, whatever. All right, keep going. And how do you gain the other ones? Like, did you turn it into potion? Like, it's like a journey on D&D. Like, oh, I turned to the wrong card and I got to fucking, oh shit, I'm dyslexic now. My light went out. I'm dyslexic.
When acquired dyslexia comes when a traumatic brain injury or disease affects the brain's sensors responsible for language processing. They can sometimes develop dyslexia. This type of dyslexia, also referred to as trauma dyslexia, because it's caused by trauma to the brain and is the only type of dyslexia that is with a known cause. It can also come from extreme emotional trauma.
Right, it's acquired. You said it's acquired, right?
Acquired.
What I heard the Vienna Boys Choir in the background, like castrato style, like, and that is the choir I heard, not acquired. Like, whatever. If you get a good brain injury, take a hoof to the head. If you don't hear the Vienna Boy Choir, you've not done well enough. I don't know. That's just my thought process. Whatever. Head injuries deserve beautiful music. È bellissimo. Acquire.
So there are other symptoms that pop up that people think are different forms of dyslexia, like we talked about earlier. We're going to run through those and then get out of the segment.
Come on, let's hurry up.
These are not different forms of dyslexia. They are just different disorders that pop up from it. So left-right disorder.
Right. Does anyone like be able to shoot like webs from their hands, or they have like extra vision? Like, are these superhero dyslexics, or there's like, I'm special dyslexic, and like
you'll see
the other things. Okay,
Left-right disorder, the inability to tell your left from your right, also known as directional dyslexia. Dysgraphia, this I've heard a lot, like, oh, that's a specific type of dyslexia, which is, okay, so dysgraphia is when individuals have difficulty with writing and other fine motor skills, so they'll write their letters upside down or backwards, or
Fucking
the
had a
spacing will
stroke,
be
bro.
off.
Had a stroke.
Right, yeah.
Moving on. Keep going. Stroke. Go. I can answer all these.
Dyscalculia.
Yeah.
And impairments with the ability to perform accurate math calculations. So the math version of it, right?
Yeah, you're an idiot and just buy a calculator. Like, I knew a lot of those dyscalculus in fucking growing up. Like, I was almost one. I got a calculator. Way better. Moving on. Keep going.
And finally, auditory processing disorder. Individuals with auditory processing disorder experience problems with the brain's ability to process various speech sounds, also referred to as auditory dyslexia.
John, are you trying to set me up here? Because I feel like you have auditory dyslexia, and what in my world that means, that motherfucker just don't listen. Hey, John, shut the fuck up, put your listening ears on, and you won't be dyslexic anymore in the auditory sense. Use the goddamn backward words upside down is all you want. That's not my problem. But you can, and I pray to goddamn baby Jesus, you will hear me. Because if you don't, so help me, beautiful 5 pound, 8 ounce, he's a preemie, baby Jesus. You will hope you do, John. You will. Fix your dyslexia. Now you listen. You're welcome.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Hey.
Is that your final word on the segment, by the way?
Takes a village. No, man. It makes me seem very upset about the whole thing, but like, you're trying to put all this on me?
I'm not. I haven't mentioned my dyslexia once through this entire thing, by the way, and you've done it so many times.
Yeah, because look at you. Look at you. Look at his hair. Hey, guys, look at his hair. Look at his hands. Look at him. Look at how he drinks. Look at his face. Look at those eyes. Look at his fucking Jesus fucking smile. You guys, if you can't see it, you should log into our YouTube. Hit that link above us on stereo. And if you're not on stereo right now, go to our YouTube page, subscribe, like, hit that alert button, and see exactly what I mean when I say I'm calling you out.
That's Two-Sided Podcast, our YouTube channel, Two-Sided Podcast.
Yeah, fans only. It is my boy Pete loves two sides of the two sides. No, wow, that sounds really bad. No.
Hey, let's get these messages and move on.
Nailed it. Go.
Try this one next. This is a great one. So far, we had a... Now, say that very fast. Very fast has very good meaning.
So we have
a... Like I said, say too slow, lose meaning. Say very fast, very powerful meaning.
See? Yeah. It says,
And that's going to lead us directly into our next lightning round.
on my porch! I heard a fucking noise. Okay. All right, on to questions. Sorry, my dyslexia kicked in.
Is that what that was? Anyway, this lightning round segment is going to be Bizarro Answers, our very first alternate lightning round segment ever, way back when, in 2021.
Wait, you can't already bizarro answer ever. No, so explain it. Like literally explain it. Don't be bizarro, explain it. literally explain it so everybody gets it, please.
I will be asking my boy Pete the same questions from the first segment of Lightning, and this round will be Bizarro answers, because Bizarro, my boy Pete, is coming out and answering it as if this was the Bizarro world in all his Bizarro ways.
Fuck you, man. Like these are the things you make me think about. Like thank God I wrote a couple notes so I can pull them out. I'm like, no, but the opposite of these, like, you're the worst. You're actively. I thought I could get the better of you with all your dyslexic ginger predilections. Turns out I can't. Turns out you, sir, have bested me. Good day. Let's try. Shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we away? But John, in the spirit of sport, should we or should we not have a small aperitif? Something to whet the appetites.
A wee little nip.
To wet the whistle. As you will. Oh, John, let's get fucked up. Shall we? I say
Cheers.
okay.
Cheers to you, my friend. Cheers to everyone listening. Thank you so much.
Cheers. Good luck. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. No, I'm doing bag mixes now. I'm doing pearl things. All right, I'm ready. Let's do it. We have 2 more segments to go.
Bizarro, my boy Pete, what is the best form for you to show your intelligence?
Let's run them down, John.
Standardized testing.
Oh, man. I nailed the fuck out of that shit. Go on.
Essays.
See, the thing is, I don't like to put my words on paper. You can be prosecuted in a court of law. Not so much. Still standardized testing. Go on.
TED Talk.
Oh, man. There's a right or a wrong. I check a box. You check the yes. We move the fuck on.
Art.
Oh, what did I take chicks to? Nah, man. That ain't something special.
Alternative forms of testing.
What does that mean?
Anything outside of standardized testing.
Oh, what did I take chicks to see if they're pregnant? Yeah, I'm not down with that either.
Let's move on. Yes, and finally, scenarios.
Oh, man, we're like your little Bo Peep. I'm a police officer. Like, I don't know what's happening. Like, you do know what's happening.
Could be a scenario. Could be a scenario. Could be a candid photography. Yes, it could be a holiday.
P.S. Namely, do you look photography? Oh, nudge, say no more. Say no more.
Bizarro, my boy Pete, is okay. So you, what was your best? What standardized testing? Is that what we got out of that?
Oh, dude. The thing is, I check boxes. My life is box checking. If I don't have an A, B, C, or D, I'm not playing the game, baby. I get there early. I have all the pencils. I have all the answers, and I will check the boxes. And so help me, if you don't give me a rose, I will. Is this off the show? No, this is about learning. Okay.
So standardized testing, is that the best way? Would you say that is the best 100%. Way for all people to be tested?
100%. 100%. If you can put everyone in a box, in a pocket, like that's how you differentiate. That's how you can actually to gerrymander, because you can't gerrymander of the learned people and the unlearned, and the gingers and the ungingers, and the people who get roses and don't get roses. I'm only saying that because I was just turned down for The Bachelor, and I was very upset about it.
Bizarro, my boy Pete, tell us your biggest moment during the taking of a test.
This one time, wow, I can't believe I didn't say this on live there. I was taking this test, right? And I went up to the teacher afterwards, the proctor, as we say. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to take your test because we're all a burnout, a wrestler, a prom queen. And he said, stop right there. You've already got it wrong. And I looked at him and I said, I know, you're right. I'm dyslexic. And that is when John L. Peacock and I became best friends. Thanks, sir. I'll move on. He said, you pass in my book any day of the week. No, you can pass in my book.
Any Breakfast Club reference is a good reference. Finally, how do you, Bizarro, my boy Pete, how do you understand dyslexia?
The thing is, you can't understand dyslexia. What you got to do, John L. Peacock, is you got to actively, aggressively attack people verbally who bring up any kind of learning disability that you may or may not have, you may or may not have connections with, you may or might not have specific button triggers. Just to be clear across the board, you always aggressively attack anyone who comes across. If you can get people with you, like by all means. Dyslexia, fuck you. Like, no, I gotta get a chant. I gotta figure out the chant. We're gonna work that in post. 3, 2, 1, post. Anyway, but no, John. No.
Hey, if you like what you're hearing, there's more Two-Sided out there. We are currently recording every episode of Two-Sided live on the Stereo app every Thursday starting at 5, I need to update that, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, which are also live streamed on our YouTube channel, Two-Sided Podcast. And we're on Instagram and Twitter at Two-Sided Pod, TWO-Sided Pod for both. And we got our Gmail for anyone to suggest topics or come into our Tuesday open chat stereo shows, twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO-sidedpod@gmail.com. And we are viral. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, etc. Please follow and rate us there on those platforms. And while you're rating us, give us a 5 stars. It doesn't hurt you. It only helps us. And subscribe and hit that alert and all that other stuff. We thank you kindly.
Christ, folks, he's done so much work. Like, he's done so much on that. Like, he wrote that out. He worked on it. He didn't stutter on it, but it's so bad. Like, it's all the information you need. It's truly all the information you need, right? It's like, hey, we're on Apple this, and we're on Spotify that, and here's the different names that John set up on Twitter, and we're on YouTube. Like, everything's different. Like, it's a treasure hunt for idiots. Like, good luck. Who cares? Right? But no, but the thing, look at him, he's so upset. He leans back. It makes John, do not come at me, John.
I'm just giving you a little extra rope, just a little bit.
So help me.
Just enough.
I'm just saying, folks, we adore, we appreciate, but we thank you kindly.
All right, Pete, I think what you're going for was this chant. Dyslexia, fuck yeah. FCUK French connection, yeah, dyslexia. Fuck yeah. FCUK French connection.
That's actually really good, but I'm not a big fan of the French, except for George St. Pierre. So, and he is French Canadian, so this whole thing, like, let's get you in a side room. If you actively email us at the twosidedpod@gmail.com and come to the Two-Sided Pod weekend, we can go on a breakout room. Fucking cool is it fucking didgeridoo breakout room, right? And you can come in here and we talk about fucking what the French brought to fucking here, right? Anyway, twosidedpod@gmail.com.
Let's talk about lightning.
I can't wait because John, you're gonna have to like. My favorite thing about this is you can make lightning happen right here, and I can't wait to see what happens.
So we've in this show, without really thinking about it too much, we have brought in a lightning round aspect, as everyone knows, loves, and really looks forward to for all of us, I think. But we've never really talked about it.
Yeah, no. There's certain things that should not be talked about, John, because there's certain pronunciations that people have hard times with. There's the whole none shall pass rule. There is, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. The blood oath we took in the cellar. Everything we say about lightning. But if you want to go ahead and break that, by all means, just go on.
In addition to our normal lightning round sound effect, viewers or listeners have actually brought in their own lightning round effects, and here we go. Nice rolling lightning. To let you know there's a storm coming.
It has to be all you. So I cut it out. Here it comes again.
There you are.
I have cattle coming.
Brought to you by the Foxes.
Yeah. But I have cattle coming this way. We can't stop till daylight. We're going to have to make it over this ridge. We've lost 2 already. We're going to have to let them go. I heard that thunder. It means business. John, see? Go on. What else we got for our lightning round?
And as some of our listeners have pointed out, it kind of sounds like a trash can or other things. Our standard lightning round effect.
Well, I don't know about this place, but I live in a garbage can and things are pretty shitty. I'm in a dog park.
From the beginning of written history, lightning has fascinated mankind. It was the magic fire from the sky that man captured and used to keep warm at night. It kept savage animals away. And as primitive man sought answers about the natural world, lightning became a part of superstition, myth, and early religion.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking crazy. Have you been fucked up and outside during a thunderstorm, lightning storm, tornado, a hurricane, a sharknado, a black flag, John, of any of these things, do you know of what I speak? John? John? Oh. Now you're talking about the haboobs. Now you're bringing up haboobs to my house, to my inventory. No, we were just going to go a nice little hurricane, a nice little tornado, a nice little bandwidth that doesn't work too well. You know what? And we'll fix it in post. Actively. I don't know what I look like, but I feel like I'm pretty delightful. However, natural disasters, John. Natural disasters, John. Now you bring the boobs into this whole thing. Go ahead, lightning.
So the early Greeks believed that lightning was a weapon of Zeus. Scandinavian mythology alludes to Thor, who tossed lightning bolts at his enemies. In the pantheistic Hindu religion, Indra was the god of heaven, lightning, rain, storm, and thunder. The Navajo Indians hold that lightning has great power in their healing rituals.
Oh yeah. Well, the whole thing is well, I don't know about fuck shit. You gave me too much and not enough. No, you gave me too much because I had yeah, no. So the Hindu
Greek, Scandinavian, Hindu, the Navajo or the Dene. Yeah, those are the
right,
four.
no, but the four shit, John. But it was all good. It was the last one was a healing ritual. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Oh, Zeus, Thor,
no, but
the god of the heavens,
no,
okay.
You see where we are? We're an hour and a half into this shit, and this is where you are not good and I'm not good, and you're reading names and you're trying to go off me, which I appreciate, John. I've trained you well. This is like almost the fucking end episode in one of the Star Wars. Like it could be Obi-Wan, it could be fucking the other one, like where we're learning and we're still growing. Like there's gonna be a sequel, right? Like maybe not. I don't know. If I had all John shit. Go. No, but don't read them all off. But go ahead. Yep, I'm with you.
Okay, so as late as early 1800s in Russia, when rain was wanted, three men climbed a tree and knocked two firebrands together to spark imitating lightning. During the Napoleonic Wars, more than 220 British tall ships were damaged, but by lightning. And even Santa Claus.
Was in the Napoleonic War, was that because of in the Russia in 1800 when was it like, oh, here's like you made a little ripple in the stream, ripple upon, like the Russians in 1800 clapped the things together and all of a sudden like, oh no, like
they're not necessarily connected, but what is connected is the French installed lightning rods, and which helped to ease the damage and lessen or get rid of the damage of being struck by lightning to the ships after that incident, and that was the invention of Benjamin Franklin.
So that's how they invented Benjamin Franklin?
Yes, they invented Benjamin Franklin because a lot of ships were damaged by lightning.
I'm dyslexic, so I only hear the words that you say, and I'm trying to understand them and decode them. I don't like phonetics, because hooked on phonics, fuck you, didn't work for me, John. So we invented Benjamin Franklin. Do you understand how we get drunk at this point? And the callbacks, and we understand and we support things. And it means nothing around 9:40, 9:45. All of it, like you are a bastion of light. You, sir, oh captain, my captain, literally need to lead us to the promised land. I'm here for the ride, John. I promise you, I will not quit this ship. I will go down. It's been an honor serving with you, sir. I'll make up words from nearer, my God, to thee as we go down. Beautiful, John. But I need you to know where I am as a person, where you are as a person, and I think we're beautiful people, and I think we're both dyslexic, and I think I think if you just eat something and you go, like, as long as you're not purging, you can still be dyslexic.
So to clear that one up for everybody, during the Napoleonic War, more than 220 British tall ships were damaged by lightning. The solution that they had was to install lightning rods because Benjamin Franklin had invented them not too long before.
Oh, shit. Okay. Ben Frankie had done lightning rods, who's like, here, you know what, you don't want to get shit fucked up on your boat, so do these things. Like,
Right.
it's like going to New York now and like bring a hammer to the subway. Right.
Right.
Same thing. Like, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Yeah, go on. I'm listening. Ben Frankie.
And even Santa Claus gets into the act with his reindeer, Donner, thunder, and Blitzen, lightning. Early superstitions were observed as cause and effect, which has now been fancified as science. Socrates says that's not Zeus up there, that's a vortex of air.
Yeah, but see, the whole thing, you have to have Papa Smurf and Worker Smurf and Smurfette, and everyone has a role. Like, the whole thing, just because we have these lightning rounds and like whatever, it doesn't mean anything.
So lightning is an electrical discharge caused by imbalance between storm clouds and the ground, or within the clouds themselves. Most lightning occurs within the clouds. Sheet lightning describes a distant bolt that lights up an entire cloud base. Other visible bolts may appear as bead, ribbon, or rocket lightning. During a storm, colliding particles of rain, ice, or snow inside the storm clouds increase the imbalance between the storm clouds and the ground, and the negatively charged Earth itself becomes positively charged, creating an imbalance that nature seeks to remedy by passing current between the two charges.
Yeah,
and that's where lightning comes from.
Captain Lightning. Whoa, fuck yeah. You guys want lightning? Well, we got positive, we got negative. We don't give a fuck. Oh, hey, you guys doing a fucking ground fair? Hey, you doing a country music festival? I know you fucking are. Well, don't worry about it, because right here we got positive and negative energy. I say that energy. Energy was fucking awesome energy. Energy. Hey, man. What else we got here?
One of the first recorded sightings of ball lightning occurred in 1638, when a great ball of fire, quote unquote, big great ball of fire, came through the window of an English church. That and other early accounts suggest that ball lightning can be deadly. At least one study has theorized that about half of all ball lightning sightings are hallucinations caused by magnetic fields during the storm. That said, scientists seem to agree that ball lightning is real, even if they don't yet fully understand what causes it.
Bro. Okay. Let's all take a deep breath, shall we? Right? Because literally, I'm good on this one. Like, I don't need your help. I was actively asking, begging for you to get me out of my fucking conundrum. But this one I got. So I'm going to ask you a question. So it was the ball energy, right? And this was the English church that said, right?
It's one of the first sightings of ball lightning in 1638 in an English church.
1638. Didn't get that one. 1638 English church. All right. So now we're talking energy. We're talking lightning strikes. And now we're depending on, oh no, what? The English church? Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get a whoop whoop? Can I get your tithing? Open your hearts and open your checkbooks, because anything that names the church as a reference, this is gonna be a hard one. This is gonna be a hard one to swallow for. No, I don't believe it. Like, it's another story. It's another what is the realistic thing? Like, all right, the church says, yeah, but I say a lot of things about John L. Peacock. Doesn't make it true. Should we write a book? I say yes, and we should put it in fucking side dressers in shitty city motels, because that is how the two-sided got started, and that is how it will probably
And probably end.
From the mouth of my boy Pete to the soul of John L. Peacock, so shall it be sold, so shall be placed in evidence.
Let's just give a quick reference for those who might not know what ball lightning is, as opposed to any other reported account of lightning. Ball lightning is a ball which slowly moves through the air. Obviously, everything else with lightning is a crack, a flash, one big thing, and then it's done. Ball lightning actually slowly moves through the air, but sparks people can cause through the sightings has caused death, but it is lightning that is slowly moving through the air and then disappears.
Right, no, 100%. There's a lot of bad jokes, and I don't want to go first, but I'm gonna go first. Hadouken! That's a flame ball. Sorry, Mike. What about lightning moves the air like? No, John, I got nothing. This is where you be the shepherd. I'm but a lost lamb.
So the Lanzhou research papers support the theory that ball lightning results from a ground strike that creates a reaction between oxygen and vaporized elements from the soil. The ionized air or plasma is the same condition that enables St. Elmo's fire.
Of course. How do you sign up for that? Like I did peyote in Arizona. I did the old thing in Colombia, South America. But how do you do the lightning? How do you do the ball of lightning? Old English style. Like I drink a lot of Old English, but how do you do it like regular? All right, I'll listen. I'll shush.
Another theory is the presence of glass may generate ball lightning, published in 2012. Atmospheric ions could pile up at a surface of a window, producing enough of an electrical field on the other side to generate a discharge, and then that creates. But microwave radiation, from a theory in 2016, is another theory of how when lightning strikes there, the ground could become encapsulated in a plasma bubble, which creates ball lightning.
Oh shit! That's something. Is plasma bubble? Is that like a Terminator? Like Terminator 1?
No, 2. More 2.
More
T-1000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here from the future. Okay, no, that's good because glass. I was like, that's why if I have to go anyone who follows us, you can follow us now on Spotify, Instagram, but I went deep sea fishing. It was beautiful. I'm kind of a goddamn pirate. I don't want to big like to-dos about it, but I'm pretty amazing. Anyway, there's a picture on our Instagram. So it's kind of like it's kind of like glass. It's kind of like glass because I said I need to drink beers. I'm like, all right, we only have cans. I'm like, oh, that seems like it's how fucking troglodytes drink alcohol.
Sounds almost more like a plasma bubble, really.
Right, a full plasma bubble. Like, I don't know. You know what? Just lean in. I'm here for 24 hours. Like, don't be seen. Like, do their thing and become their leader and see what happens after this 24 hours, right? So I drank more than everyone in the plasma bubble, John, with no glass, all tin. And I was like, look what I'm doing for the universe. I'm recycling all this stuff. And I said, don't microwave anything of my things. I want to eat it raw. Remember, John? Because you said microwaves.
Right.
I take notes. John, help me out here, baby.
Finally, ball lightning has also been linked to earthquakes. So scientists try to understand ball lightning by recreating it, but nothing ever fully, caused an actual ball lightning effect. So it's still quite a mysterious phenomenon.
Isn't that the trying to recreate that? Isn't that how like it's a shitty? I'm not gonna because I have no reference. I did watch the first 2 seasons, but isn't that the Flash? Like, oh, we're gonna try to do a thing and we created it and like we made this fucking bullshit kid into a thing.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that would be ball lightning through plasma.
Yeah, no, I wrote plasma down and there's no glass there, and so probably drinking Tecates. So probably pretty cool dudes, John. Go on.
I got a couple of myths and facts.
Oh, I can't wait.
Lightning.
They're all probably fun, but you should probably pop these bubbles.
Let's do 2 of these. Let's get out of the lightning and let's pop the bubbles.
Oh yeah. We're literally in the lightning. This is great, John.
Yeah.
We're doing a great show. Like Myth. Fact.
Rubber tires on a car protect you from lightning by insulating you from the ground. I've heard that, right? You've heard that, yeah?
I've heard nothing of the sort.
Fact, most cars are safe from lightning, but it is the metal roof and the metal sides that protect you, not the rubber tires.
No, the whole thing is being, if you do the video of Twisted Sister, you ride the Cadillac on the hood when lightning strikes, or any ball of lightning, yeah, then you're fucked.
If you are outside in a thunderstorm, you should seek shelter under a tree to stay dry. That's the myth.
That's definitely a myth. You should definitely make love open in a field with a stranger, because this is your last chance. Because if things are going according to plan, what our mathematicians who are dyslexic have found out, that today is the end of times. This is why the thunderbolts are happening. We have all the French connections telling us that it is a true time. So you might as well take off your fucking veils of unconsciousness and meet as souls in the field of battle that is no more, and maybe make sweet, sweet love. And then if the storm passes, like, I'll call you, girl. I ain't gonna call you, girl. That's a joke. I'm gonna call you.
The fact is, being underneath a tree is the second leading cause of lightning casualties.
Bro, the thing is, like, you're giving it false hope. You're giving it false bullshit, because in Southern California it starts with a C. I couldn't. It wasn't as far as Encinitas. It was in fucking Middle California. This lady, she was walking her 2 dogs on the little trail, and she got hit by lightning 6 a.m., 7 a.m. this morning, and they found her and her 2 dogs out. Like, man, that's some bullshit. I'm like, all right, so I guess you were Thor's wife, and the 2 dogs were your minions, and you were all pulled up to Valhalla, and now you will run the shit, because when you get pulled up, you're not going to stand for this shit anymore. Fuck that. Where's my goddamn dogs? Yeah, man. Like, some about bad bullshit happened here. Like, I'm not good with it.
And finally, the myth: if trapped outside and lightning is about to strike, you should lie flat on the ground. Fact, lying flat increases your chance of being affected by potentially deadly ground currents. So if you're caught outside in a thunderstorm, you should keep moving towards a safe shelter.
Right. Well, I mean, the thing is, also, you should probably be inside another partner who is maybe lightning free. Like, this might be your only time. I heard 2 lightning cracks. Maybe this is their only chance. I see bushes there. I see a chance for us to propagate. No.
Somebody say a song about lightning. Crash! Boom! Bang! Lightning is the light it makes. Thunder is the sound.
See?
Thank you very much.
My man.
Are they saying ball lightning as in like a ball of light, not a streak or a zap? Because, I mean, the only ball lightning I can recall ever seeing was a transformer blowing up because it was struck by lightning. That was pretty epic too. I must admit. I rather enjoyed that.
John, I would distract from what you're saying and what you're playing. But she said Transformer. If you go to YouTube, if you go to the Hasbro channel, you can watch G.I. Joe, any of the new or all of the old, and then you can just watch them on repeat. Bro, I put that shit on for like hours. Like, it's just good background entertainment. I don't know. Roadblock, what are we gonna do? John was saying. John?
So the sources for this episode of Two Sided have been the first segment, the Dyslexia Foundation, National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, NIH, the Mayo Clinic, the Yale Center for Dyslexia and Creativity, and neurohealthah.com. Second segment, weather.gov, National Geographic, NASA, and lightningsafety.com.
Lightning safety. Fuck yeah! Lightning safety. Bro, you do justice to the gingers and the dyslexics of the world out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, the shapes that you see, I don't, and you get it. You get it, man. Good job.
Good job.
Right. Stereo, who that is? It's your boy, Token_Leo, representing Zodiac Nation. Why? Because I'm the king. Two-sided. You know what? I just added you guys on Instagram. It's kind of crazy. Y'all have a show going on right now, and I don't know when it started, but you know, I'm in the audience. I'm listening. I'm checking you guys out. Question. What the fuck are we talking about? Maybe if I sat and listened, I ain't trying to be rude. Just showing my presence. Hey, everybody down there in the listener section. Y'all go ahead and drop some messages and make some claps. I want to laugh. Throw in the claps. I want to laugh. I don't know. You know what? Let me stop smoking this shit. Token out.
Token, I'm with you. This is Zodiac Nation. The Zodiac Nation. Anybody who's out there listening from my man Token, shout out. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Like, no, it's a free flow. It's like, if you're looking right now, if you're listening, we're also on YouTube Live. Every Thursday we have our shows. We do YouTube Live. So you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that alert, hit that I can't believe it's not butter button, whatever you need to do, man. Like, but if you like what you're hearing, if you can't believe what you're listening to, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your parole officer, just tell them, man. Just fucking speak the truth. Also, if you're in New York and you're riding the subway, bring a hammer. Nobody knows, but everybody needs to know. So,
And if you're really in New York, don't bring a hammer. My buddy Pete's out in SoCal, and he's hearing way too much in the news. But you know, he's ready. He's ready. Out in SoCal.
Right, but I've been watching all of the fucking Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, and I see how it starts. And I know, literally, John, if I don't want to use the hammer, I could sell the hammer for maybe fucking water or fucking internet access to look at fucking zombie porn. Like, is it weird that I look at zombie porn in the apocalypse of zombies? Like, you could just look. No, that's weird. I just want to see the shit that posted before. That's cool. That's a joke.
Hey, before you go too much further, my boy Pete, is there anything in this episode that you'd like to take a second look at, a second chance, a second glance? This is Pete's Protraction Corner.
Oh, actively. The last joke that you just cut me off on, like, that was a really. Sometimes I don't realize that we're on live. Sometimes I don't realize that I bring a hammer to my John. Sometimes John. Sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do, John. What I appreciate about you is that you support and appreciate the dyslexic, the deep sea fishing, the aggressive nonsense that has to be had. And when anyone comes asking, you say, I do not know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I got a question then. I'm not sure if y'all seen it, but or heard of these accusations. But is it true that the reason why Rosa Parks didn't get off that bus because Medea was ready to whip that ass on the outside of it? I mean, I just want to know. I mean, do y'all think that's what happened? Do you think it was just fear of getting that ass whooped, or being brave of not? We all know the story. Talking out.
Token. John, because I know for a fact, John, and I'll let you, like, do you want to address, or do you, because I know John want to just move on, right? Right?
I mean, Medea's like 6'4". I mean,
Right, because like, oh no, that's testing the waters. My man Token's testing the waters, John.
Yeah, totally.
Right? He's like, no, hey man, not a fucking rodeo, not a fucking ride. I ain't here to fucking whatever. Nope. Because our thing, two-sidedpod@gmail.com, that's TWO-sidedpod@gmail.com. Like, at some point, one of us speaks the truth, and if the other one doesn't, like, someone, there's always a checks and balances. Like, we're church and state. We're fucking the Congress and Senate. We're these bullshit things that should not exist but do. Nah, man, fuck that. Don't say those words.
Right.
And then we John especially likes to let me hang myself by goddamn as much string as I can handle. So keep talking, go on. We're listening. Like, no. The thing is that no. Every time I say no, like everybody hold up, shit. I'm gonna gather my senses, and I promise you I will pontificate correctly. But thank God we have a message, John. So maybe I'll gather my senses about tokens.
All right, so I got another question, and this may be like a stumper, but what the fuck does the K mean in Kmart? Does anybody know? Like, what does the K mean in Kmart? Talking out.
What I know is that it's the same K as in Circle K, the gas station out west that I grew up with.
What does that mean? So what does that mean? What does the Circle K mean?
I didn't really need to attribute anything to it. I just felt that they were the same. It was the same entity. It was the K. It was like the Q continuum. It was like the K continuum. We got the marks. We got the circles. The circle is complete. The circle is complete.
That's good. That's super good. What you're doing is you're just latching on to other bullshit. It's like, I don't know, but I know what I don't know. And I'm going to make more people not know what I actively don't know. This is great. John, this is great.
Hey, buddy, how about we have a shot, get out of here, and get into the green room?
No, there's nothing more in the world I want to do actively than listen to that message and tell everyone when we're going to go to a green room, because I have things to do tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like,
Okay, so I think I'm getting good at this now, asking these questions, because I'm trying to get some replies. So, the restaurant Cracker Barrel, what was the origins behind the name? Because I tasted the food, and y'all know what I mean. Coconut.
See, listen to him. Listen, my man. Fuck, I love it. God damn, children, I love you. All right, my man.
But it's like shooting fish in a Cracker Barrel.
Towns of fish, people at Cracker Barrel. Bro, you set us up. You set us up. Like, oh my God. And there's great jokes there, bro. There's great jokes. So we're gonna pop out of here because John's giving me the eyes and please not, because he's smoking weed. And I'm like, maybe my mom's watching. Maybe this is her last. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
Keep talking.
We're gonna be Fuck you, John. We're gonna be we're out.
Love
right
you,
now.
Donna.
Go on I'm glad I spoke over that. We're gonna go to our green room, and anyone who's out there, we're gonna be popping in a green room so anyone can pop in. Fucking talk some shit. We're gonna we're playing every message. We're doing everything. We got no agenda now. We're just playing messages, talking shit now.
So thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show live on stereo every Tuesday, same time as tonight. So if you'd like to join us, you want to throw some topics out there, email twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO, sidedpod@gmail.com. And remember to join us on stereo in the green room right now. Let's go 15 after the hour. That's in about 6 minutes for our after show wind down. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
And I'm my Lord Pete, end all, be all, purest God of light you ever seen. You're welcome, John.
This was our show. You can listen to our shows wherever you get your podcast, and you can join us live on our YouTube channel, Two Sided Podcast, and also on the Stereo app every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the fun and the serious. Here on Two Sided. I love you, Pete.
May God have mercy on your soul, John. I'll see you next Tuesday.